Hello, everyone, and welcome to Secondary Shorts, a bonus short-form series from the Secondary Heroes podcast that covers what's trending in pop culture, plus what we're watching. It's July 9th, 2020, and this is your host, Trevor. Joining me, as usual, is...
I think this is Prague.
This is Josh.
It's me, DeLorean Wolfgang.
Nice.
You.
I don't even know what day it is anymore. I've been stuck inside for so many years.
I just said it.
No, I know when he said it, it confused me, is what I'm saying. I had no idea. I thought we were still in like March or something. I don't know.
I still meant to say July 10th, not 9th, but...
You know what? Hey, we're recording on the 9th. It's going up on the 10th. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Every Friday, get your shorts on.
Get your shorts on. I love that.
That's every day.
Yeah,
I am
dude,
a never
nude,
so yeah. Of course I was
never nude. Nice Arrested Development. Yeah,
man.
So what are you guys watching? What are you guys up to? How was you guys' week?
Good week. Finally finished that great series called Dark, which I have behind me here.
Oh, I thought it was Dork. Okay, sorry.
Hold on.
With you sitting in front of it,
Dark.
it is Dork.
Dork on Netflix, starring Prague. He tells his puns. Sees the dork. Okay. I finally finished the whole series. And man, what a series. It's nice to have a show where you can tell that they mapped out the entire storyline from the beginning. And they set it for 3 seasons. So it was think that they're fantastic.
Oh, okay. So they're not.
Oh no, it's a done deal. It was
done.
purposely set to be 3. Oh, that finale is final. Like, yeah, it's over. So
good stuff.
Yeah, it was good stuff, man. So I highly recommend it. And what's great is online on social media, a lot of people have been interacting with me saying that they started watching it because of my recommendations. So that's exciting. And people are just like losing their minds over the show because it's so insanely crazy.
That's funny that you said that because right before Artist Alley, I got a text message from a buddy saying, I just finished watching Dark because of Prague.
Nice.
And now I'm in love.
Cool. Yeah, it's really very well. Hey.
Wow.
Can you blame him? I mean, quarantine gave me this beautiful head of hair. Of course. So that's my first recommendation is to, once again, watch Dark. I will say it probably every week until I die. But I'll let you guys continue on.
Oh, God. That's not going to get old.
Not going to happen. It's not going to be
dark.
God, a little bit dark. That'll be my last pitch on this show. Let's just say that. But yeah, it's worth it. It was a great. I was happy with the finale. No spoilers, but I was more than happy with the way it wrapped up.
Good. So it's not like a Dexter.
Right. It's not like a Dexter.
And now there's
Game
reason to watch it.
Oh, God.
Right. Exactly.
It actually ends.
It actually does end. You have to sit there.
I always am like,
12 seasons.
there's going to be a new season. I'll wait until that gets closer. You can just be like, okay, let's go.
Right. It's finalized.
No reason to save it.
Binge it now. There you go. All right. Next.
Very cool. All right, next. All right. Hey, Josh, what are you up to, man?
Okay, so I guess it's my turn. Well, like I said last episode, I was watching a guilty pleasure show, Love at First Sight.
That's right.
Finally finished it.
Had it come out. Yeah.
Had to do it. What I've learned is that it's a waste of time.
Well, sounds like
it's a bit disappointing. You know, there's 5 couples and only one of them gets married.
What?
Oh.
Spoiler alert!
I was like, man.
I didn't ruin Dark for you,
dude. But you don't know who it is that stays together, so it's more intriguing now.
Well, you can kind of tell because it spans over 16 episodes, so you can kind of tell who's gonna stay and who's gonna not. So it's like, oh man, kind of saw it all, the writing on the wall already. But
man,
that's okay.
Rick.
That's okay. I was gonna join the show, but after that, I was like, oh nah, it's a waste of time.
I wonder if they're gonna name this the second series Second Sight. Love at Second Sight. That'd be nice.
Second Sight. But
that's after the divorce, bro.
Yes, exactly.
But since that's over with, I'm starting a show called The Rain. It's a Netflix original.
My wife likes that show.
The Rain, like raining cats and dogs, rain?
The Rain.
Or the rain, like royalty reign, like they reign over.
Yeah, is it R-E-I?
Yeah, I was wondering which rain it was.
Oh, I'm definitely not doing any kind of spelling tonight, fellas.
It's the R-A-I-N as the one that comes from the sky.
Okay. Excellent.
Cats and
like
dogs.
Rain Man.
Yeah. So yeah, this
Not
one's
doing
the
any
same.
in
spell-
case you're wondering.
I'm not gonna spell simple words tonight, here, folks. You're not getting it from me, huh?
Yeah. So I look forward to see
Okay.
what that's all about. It's 2 seasons right now, but a 3rd season's getting ready to start pretty soon. So got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. Well, myself, I started watching, of course, I'm watching older shows. I started watching Broad City because I needed something to watch while I was sitting there watching or having lunch. And I was like, oh, Broad City, this would be something quick and easy. And my wife was in the living room too while I was having lunch. And it's like, okay, she may not like this. She might like it. And I just put on just a random episode and we ended up belly laughing the whole time.
Is this
So I'm
the one with Yas Queen? Is that where that came from, right? Broad City?
I believe so. I haven't hit that episode, but
Okay.
yeah, I believe that this is where it kind of came from.
Okay.
But yeah,
I
dude, what I found is it's not a binging show.
Okay.
I can make it about 2 episodes, and then I'm like, okay, I'm
That's
done
enough.
with the shtick for this
There's no
day.
story.
Okay.
Yeah, my shtick, no more.
Okay.
So I mean, but it's still fun. Like I'll watch 2 episodes a day and be happy with it. But I also watched Bumblebee for the first time. Have you
Okay.
guys seen that? The Transformers?
Oh, I'm like thinking of like maybe an art
A
house
kid's show.
film or like some kids.
It's like the B
No.
movie, right?
No,
With Jerry
no.
Seinfeld?
No, it's not a B
I
movie.
think
It's
it's a
actually a
sequel to
well-produced
that.
movie.
Oh.
Oh, we all
What's
went,
the
we went for two
deal
different
with
jokes.
the Transformers?
God.
They come from the sky and they turn into automobiles. I mean, roll out.
Oh boy.
That's my impression.
Wow.
Not very
It's
good.
good.
I like your other impressions better, but yeah. At least you tried.
What's the deal? So no,
You
I
liked it?
watched Bumblebee because
Okay.
my wife went to bed early, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch something I haven't seen before, and
Nice.
that's what it was. And I dug it, man. I hope that they continue on with that series because that was really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
How about you, Trevor?
So, I like to be super trendy with what I watch. So I'm on
watch, like-
season 2 of Ozark.
That's trendy though, still.
Wait, is this
All
a rewatch or is this?
No, I'm super behind on everything because I take my
Ah.
time to watch shows. I don't binge them.
Right.
I just watched Dark season 1. Who knows what's happening on future stuff. I don't get spoilers with anything, so I'm good. But Ozark is amazing. It took me a while to
so
remember
good.
all that happened in season 1 because it felt like it's been 10 years since I watched it. So that took me a while. I had to find some recap videos, but you get right back into the thing where they always have to have one shocking piece of every single episode. And then this one ties more into that House of Cards idea of dealing with politics and the underbelly of it.
Mhm.
Oof, wait till the 3rd season. Jeez.
I love season 2 though. That's
They're.
such a good
I
season.
felt all 3 were very fun.
They're great show,
Yeah.
man. I'm glad you're getting through it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely cool.
But yeah, I like your House of Cards analogy. That's the perfect analogy for season 2. I like it.
Oh,
Political aspect.
I'm also continuing my adventures with Superman and Smallville.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, dude. The only thing is, I wish that these bad guys, these Monster of the Weeks, were like people like bad guys from the comics. I mean, are they? Because they
I've
don't
watched
even
that
give them
show
like
so-
names.
Never watched
I'm assuming
Smallville.
that probably a fair number probably are, but then
probably
they just
do,
kind of
still
ran out
pretty
and they're
close
like,
to it.
all right, let's make up some.
Well, that's what it just kind of feels like. It feels
Yes.
like they're all
Because
just kind
is
of
it they have like a bunch in a given season? Is it like
The
16
first
or
season-
20 episodes or something?
yeah, it's pretty much every episode. It's a Monster of the Week.
Yeah,
where
Man, they have a lot to fill.
Well, they have a lot to choose from because isn't it more than just Superman? Because I know they have Green Arrow in there and some other superheroes.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I guess you
still,
can pull from anything
that's
in
what
the
I would
DC
like.
catalog.
but I'm still on season 1, so they haven't started pulling from anything else. I ended up having to go online and look at the bad guys because I'm like, am I going to see a bad guy that I actually recognize? Because so far I'm not recognizing anybody, and they're not like giving these bad guys like a name.
Right.
It's just like Lex Luthor is still Superman's best friend right now. So
And I want to say that show came out before they thought to really do that as much as they are nowadays, where it's more
Oh, yeah.
important. Back then, I don't think they
Yeah.
cared. There's like, here's a formula that works. So
Well-
just create a
They're like
bad
the only
guy.
one back then.
right.
Yeah.
right, yeah. When nowadays it's like turn on the Home Shopping Network and they've got a superhero show.
No
It's
kidding.
on CW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
I didn't
you're
know we
still
were
watching
talking
that.
about second other things that we were watching. I thought we were just going to focus on. So my secondary watch right now. Nice. I like to watch a 1 hour show and then 1.5 hour show.
I do
And
that
so
too
I'm
sometimes.
watching Good Place season 2 because again,
Okay,
I like
okay.
to be current on my shows. I think season 3 ended like last year or something, but whatever.
It's all right.
I love Good Place. It's just my kind of thing, especially because episode 4 is like super dark about existential crisis, and that's
I love
always
those.
fun.
Those are fun. Yeah.
I'm really I tried because that was my lunchtime show was that
Mhm.
and because everybody said it's just wonderful, it's great, and I mean I thought, okay, yeah, it's a basic show. I like there wasn't
It's
anything
fun.
that really stood out for me, so
Yeah, it's very popular.
I
I would
might
say that.
it's
Yeah.
real popular, and I still haven't found that piece of it that's really hooked me.
It does
I don't
have
know.
a lot of stuff where they say it's kind of like 30 Rock, where it's offhanded things that most of the audience it goes right over their head. So
Yeah, it's very
Oh,
that
because
kinda
I'm
humor.
one of those.
there's no
people
laugh track to
that-
tell you when to laugh. Okay,
I'm one of those people. Yep. Mr. Normie over here doesn't get all the jokes because they're too high class.
No, you're good. I understand the jokes. I don't quite enjoy the show much myself either.
Yeah.
So you're not.
I mean,
You're
I
not
like
alone,
everybody
sir.
who's in it.
Yeah, it's a great
That's-
cast too.
Yeah, it's a wonderful cast. I'm waiting for that episode that it hooks me enough to where I'm like, okay, I'm sticking around now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't, you don't. I mean, different strokes for different folks. That's all it is.
Is there any secondary watches for you guys?
I did, since I finished Dark so quickly, because I really wanted to know what happened. I did start watching Unsolved Mysteries.
Ooh, the
that's
updated
super
one.
hot.
It's super hot right now,
It's
and
trending on
it's
Netflix.
It's okay. I mean, it's weird because like there's some scenes where you think it's a real TV show and not like a documentary, because it's like you're like, wow, this is really well shot, and it's almost weird. It almost doesn't feel like a documentary at times. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it was kind of weird.
Like they do
Is it?
reenactments? Are they
Like
still
it-
doing reenactments?
Yeah, so they do. I'm not talking about the reenactments, but they actually do live footage of people as well. And even those scenes feel like I'm watching like True Detective or something. It has that really cinematic feel to it, which is really impressive. But it's also weird.
But it
because
is
I'm like,
weird because
Yeah,
the
I'm like,
reason
what am I
those shows are
watching? Hold on.
appealing. Yeah,
yeah, I thought it was real life, and
Wow.
now it doesn't feel like real life, and now I'm confused. And it's fine. It's a well produced show. I'll say that. It's not as exciting because it is unsolved mysteries. You don't know what's going to happen, so it's kind of up to you who you think did it or what happened. So I'm probably not going to continue watching it. I watched 2 episodes. I watched the UFO episode, which I pretty much knew some of it because I knew the guy who was abducted in it. But the other one was like a regular whodunit kind of murder mystery, and yeah, I don't know. It was okay.
Interesting.
So well produced.
I keep
but
seeing it. It's like
I don't think it's
trending
worth it,
on Netflix. Hey, something you'll like. Hey, watch this.
I love what Netflix does, how it builds its own popularity now.
though. It does it really
That's
well.
pretty brilliant
Yeah.
to
Right?
say, look, this new show we want to do well, it's number 1. I don't know how that happened.
Surprise.
How about you,
true.
Josh? Is there any secondary watches for you?
Besides The Rain, I need to start watching Flash season 6, the latest season. So
Get
That's
on
like
it.
Another
caught up on
show
that.
that I fell off of in the first season, man.
Same here.
Yeah.
You know.
I would
Yeah.
like to maybe get back into it because I like that, like you said, how they intertwine all the other superheroes
Mhm.
in whatever their other respected series comes
Yeah.
together all in that, which is really
Right.
cool. I really like that. So I just got to get past season 1, man. I can't get past season 1 on anything.
Yeah, it's a tough part because a lot of storytelling. Have to build the character's background and everything like that. So, or the
Right.
backstory. So, yeah, I could see where it's difficult because that's how I was when I first saw it. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can get into this, but as you get familiar with the characters and get caught up in the stories, you'll
I've
like it.
I see the similarities between that and Smallville though, because at least in season 1, it's a monster of the week, and you've got your main character sitting there learning his powers the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. It's interesting stuff though. Outside of that, there was a couple big releases. Umbrella Academy season 2 and The Boys season 2 were just announced. So that was all exciting. Do you guys have thoughts on those?
The fun part about that is that we put the poll up on Secondary Heroes, and
I couldn't believe this.
It was 50-50, and like one person at the end made it like 51-49, but I thought The Boys was going to be like 75-25.
Easily.
Yeah. But people loved Umbrella Academy when it came out. I mean, there's probably more talk about that than The Boys. The Boys seem to have like an edge to it that kind of put it somewhere else in like the kind of the talk, I guess, around the social web. Whereas Umbrella Academy is kind of like you can kind of, I feel like it broadens its audience.
I think it's more accessible because it's not as dark, and then I think Netflix
and it's fun. It's easy
has
to
a
binge.
bigger connection than Prime
well,
ever will.
Is it more loyalty to Amazon or to Netflix? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, that too. So yeah, I mean, I didn't see the trailers for either one because I want to go into both of these seasons blind. No idea.
I'm out there, but we didn't watch it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm going to say about The Boys is that it's going to be gory.
I've been told.
It's good.
Yeah.
The first season was super gory. I think they're
like, not enough.
Not enough gore.
All right, well, there we go.
I love that the trailers released on the same day too.
Right? Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
They know what they're doing.
What's their release dates on those?
So Umbrella Academy is going to launch on July 31st, and then The Boys is going to launch not till September 4th.
Oh, wow.
So you can watch both. I'm watching both.
Oh,
I'm
watching
both. Sorry, but I'm totally gonna watch both because I like both shows. So
I'm still surprised by the poll though. It totally blows my mind. I thought The Boys would be almost unanimous, but
because Umbrella Academy was just Dark Phoenix. That's why I'm excited for season 2. Maybe they can have
it'll be different. It'll be a different story this time.
Yeah.
Like have that same fun energy and vibe that you had the first season, but give us a different story.
Right.
It'd be fun. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it for that. And there you go.
Cool. Well, at this part of the show is I'm going to give you guys another podcast to listen to. I've been listening to this podcast called What the Flux Podcast. It's an all Back to the Future podcast that pretty much goes into Back to the Future news, what's going on in the Back to the Future, which wild enough, after 35 years, there's still news coming out, new news all the time about Back to the Future. And they're fun to listen to. They're still fairly new, so you got to kind of give them a little bit of leeway with there. But at the same time, they're really fun. They have a lot of information, and it's just cool. I hope to one day be a guest on there because I really like it. Anyways, but yeah, they're called What the Flux Podcast. And then yeah, and that's going to be your podcast of the week.
Nice.
And then be sure to check out our Nerds Unite network of friends of Geek Together, the Four Dorksmen, STS Guys, Average Nerd Podcast, Nerdy Curious Podcasts.
Heck
definitely. Yeah, all good.
And then I did want to just have one little news bit. Ready Player 2, the book, is coming on November 24th.
Yes!
Man,
I've already pre-ordered mine.
They didn't see when the audiobook's releasing, so I don't know.
You know what? I'm buying the hardback anyways. But I'll get the audio version once that comes out too.
I might check it out at the library someday.
We'll see how Ernest Cline does because his last book wasn't that good. It was called Armida or something.
Armada, I think it was. I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty fun. I'm surprised they didn't make
panned.
I thought it was a decent show.
It wasn't a show. What?
I know. I thought the book was made after the show. But
oh no. Well, it was. I mean, his second book was, Armada was more on. It was a very video game based again. So he was. It almost felt like it was piggybacking off of Ready Player One a little bit, but it was still a really fun book. I actually really enjoyed it. I felt like it was moving at such a fast pace. It was just nonstop. Go, 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 go.
Gotcha.
But still fun though.
Okay.
Awesome. So I think that's our secondary short for July 10th, 2020. be sure to like and subscribe all of our cool channels everywhere on Twitch and YouTube and all that cool stuff you hopefully have by now. If you're brand new, Secondary Heroes on every social media platform you could possibly imagine.
Even MySpace.
Yep. You can even
Just
check
kidding,
us
I have no
out
idea.
on secondaryheroes.com to, I don't know, find episodes wherever you want. It's all over the place.
Yep. So to everyone listening, we hope you enjoyed and we'll talk to you next time.
Bug out.
See ya.
Roll out, DeLorean Wolfgang.